Yo, what's up with it? Peace and blessings, family, man. Just wanted to come and talk to y'all about, man, my ayahuasca experience. Man, I've been led to be able to take the ayahuasca. If most of y'all don't know what ayahuasca is, it's like a tree. It's a tree base with leaves and all this different type of stuff. And what it does is it actually is take you to this dream state, and it takes you to this different level that people have been talking about, that I was very interested in, because on my spiritual journey I'm always looking for new things to be able to try. And when I've been reading people talking about DMT and ayahuasca and all that different type of stuff, so I wanted to be able to try it myself. And it wasn't that it was like, oh, I'm experimental. It became a thing where it was basically calling me, because I was actually getting on YouTube and videos and stuff would just be popping up about ayahuasca experiences and all this different type of stuff. And I was like, man, I was always interested in just trying new things with, especially with my spiritual self. But I don't suggest these things to people unless you're really ready with your spiritual self to get to where you need to get to, because it is definitely it's definitely something different. My ayahuasca, I didn't do it. I didn't do it like how some people do it. They go on a retreat. They go with a shaman and all these different type of stuff. My higher self told me that I'm led to be able to do this myself. I was being able, I'm pretty much becoming something like a herbalist. So I love being able to take herbs. So this is something that, if you feeling led to be able to do it, you go ahead and do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if you could be able to contain the room, and we are spiritual beings, if you could control this thing, then you could be able to do it yourself. You don't need like they say, shamans and all this different type of stuff. What is that? I don't really believe in anything on earth to have a piece of paper or believe into a name. It's all about what you experience here on earth and the things that you got to experience. So, if you if you're led to be able to do this yourself, then you should do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? But back to it with the ayahuasca, man. I'll say this: don't do ayahuasca if you're not really ready to make a change within your life. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If you ayahuasca, after I got through with it, it made me look at life different, from the perspective of all the things that I was attached to, and all the things that were attached to me, they no longer had any meaning for me anymore. You know, I've had to learn how to be able to let people go. And with that being said, it's like people won't learn how to be able to let go of you, but you have to learn how to let go of them. It's just like, even with in this relationship, doesn't it goes with friendships, relationships, any type of thing that you're dealing with people. You got to be able to let it go if it's not serving you any purpose. So what the ayahuasca did was, it really just opened my mind up, and it made me just free. It made me feel free. It took me to different places that, that are unreal and untapped into this world. I was fearful of a lot of things. The word fear was in a lot of the things that we do, especially a lot of the things that we do on a day-to-day basis. When I took the ayahuasca, no longer had the fear of just even death, and just even leaving people, or not caring if people felt a certain type of way if I had to leave them and be able to go on a journey that I had to go on, because this is my experience, and this is yours as well. So you got to be able to take your experience and hold on to that, because what happens is that people think that you're supposed to stay the same, and the moment that you start to change is the moment that the moment that they can no longer handle you anymore, because you're starting to have a mind of your own. And not saying that you didn't have one before, it's that you're really starting to see them for what they are and what they stand for. And so you're starting to move those obstacles out your way. I mean, this ayahuasca has made me start just being able to reach towards my goals faster, make me get up and appreciate the days that I'm here, and not just talking about doing something, but actually getting to it and doing it and making sure that I get it done. I have a new appreciation for life. I'm no longer fearful of the things that I was fearful of, you know. And that goes through far as even with meditation as well, you know, meditation. And, you know, I tell people all the time, a year ago, I had anxiety so bad I wouldn't even drive on the highway. And so it was just real. I would get real nervous. My palms would start sweating and just different type of things or whatever. And it was just an anxiety kicking in. And it wasn't really anxiety. It was just that fear. And it was also that DNA change. You just going through a DNA change. You changing, and your body wants to, your mind and your body and your higher self wants to be able to change, but the old you just keeps on just holding on to the new you that wants to be able to explode. And with that ayahuasca, man, with that experience, it made me just let go of that old me. I even released the old me. So if I'm gonna get rid of the old me, I have to get rid of the old people that came along with the old me. You know what I mean? So I'll say this: if you're not willing to be able to try to change your life, and you're not wanting to be able to change the people that are around you, then I don't suggest you do ayahuasca. But if you are, and you're really looking for that spiritual enlightenment, and you're looking for that spiritual change, and you're looking for the thing, you wondering why you're different from everybody else, and you wondering why, man, this stuff, it'll give you your own experience. It gave me my own experience, and I just felt like it was like a big ball of emotions that just got lifted out of my body, you know, of things that I was dealing with in my life that I hadn't got over. You know, I had been to a point where I was held up at gunpoint 3 times, near death experiences, you know, and just going through a bunch of different type of things. I've been homeless, I've been out and just been going through a bunch of things, and I act like these things are normal. Because the community that we grow up in, it's like these things are normal, and they're really not. You know, they're really not. And somewhere deep inside, I was holding these emotions and these anger and this fear. I was even fearful to the fact that, you know, when I was held up at gunpoint, that someone would take something from me. I was fearing the fact of having nice things or being able to do things, and it was deeply rooted inside of me that I didn't know that was inside of me, and I didn't understand why I wasn't attracting the money, because I'm doing the work. I'm not understanding why these things aren't happening for me. It's because deeply rooted inside, I have a lot of things that I had to deal with before I even get to it, and the universe knows that, and the universe knows you, you know. And so if you're ready to be able to try to make that change and just trying to and releasing those things, that ayahuasca is the perfect thing for you. You know what I mean? It's definitely an eye-opening experience, and yeah, man, it'll change you. And so I strongly suggest it. Like I said, if you're able to control the space, if you're able to control, you got to be at a very special pace to even be thinking about taking ayahuasca. You know, so I think if you feel like you're at a strong enough place to be able to hold all their spirits in and to be there, then you should. If you're led to do it, you should do it. You know, if not, then you should go into these retreats. They have retreats and things like that. So once again, I'm signing off, man. Peace and blessings to everybody. Make sure y'all sign up and subscribe to the page, man. We got a lot of things going on. It's the boy Jarmel Reece in real life. Yep. What's up? It's the boy Jarmel Reece, aka the voice of the nation. If you liking what you seeing, loving what you heard, subscribe to my YouTube page right here.